Welcome to the pole vault vlog. Today I'm going to teach you how to jump like Mondo. But first, Marshall Jeppeson has a brand new pole vault vlog, and like I said, if you guys start making vlogs, I will promote it. It's right here. It looks like that. I'll put it down in the description below as well, so you can check that out. Let's talk about some of the youngins. Chris Nelson jumps for South Dakota State University. SDSU, or University of South Dakota. Whatever one Derek Miles is at, the red one. He just jumped 570 as a true freshman.
True freshman.
And this little guy right here does the most perfect little pole vault drill I've ever seen.
So freaking cute!
Or if you've been living under a rock and don't have internet,
Which, if you're living under a rock, you probably don't have internet.
then you might have heard that Mondo broke all sorts of records again. He jumped 575, 1810 and a quarter as a junior in high school. Holy shit. Which brings me to the email I've been getting way too much of this week, and I am just gonna try and end it here.
Shawn, how do I jump like Mondo? I see Mondo's doing this. I'm not doing this. How do I jump like that? How do I jump like Mondo's?
This goes back to one of my biggest pet peeves.
I want to do the Mondo model, the Boobka model, the Petrov model, the Boobka model, which is essentially the Russian Boobka model.
Toby Stevenson jumped 6 meters, which is like one of the hardest clubs to get into. And some kid on his Facebook page goes, "Why don't you do the Petrov model? You jump a lot higher." And Toby responds, the model only works for the people they're named after. So the Boobka model works for Boobka. I bet the Toby Stevenson model works really great for Toby Stevenson. I bet the Mondo model works really good for Mondo. As you can see, it does. So how do you jump like Mondo?
You either have to ask your mom or your dad to find a time machine. Go back in time, fall in love with either Mondo's mom or Mondo's dad, and then they have to sleep with them. Create you a hybrid of Mondo, and then you have to come pole vaulting out of your mom and never stop.
Malcolm Gladwell has this really great book called Outliers, and he talks about the 10,000 hour rule and how it takes roughly 10,000 hours for you to master something. And the thing with Mondo is I've been watching videos of him since I was in college.
Long time ago.
And he was a little kid just pole vaulting, and he loved it, and he did it all the time. And I've heard stories with Daniel Ryland and Earl Bell, how Mondo would come and he was just obsessed about learning everything he can about the vault. And even when he wasn't jumping really high, he just loved to test out new poles, and he just loved every single part of it. He just loved it. So it's not a model that's making Mondo jump high, it's Mondo. And he's been doing it forever. He put in well over his 10,000 hours, and he did it early. So it is coming to fruition early in his career. So long story short, without this feeling ranty, Mondo works his freaking ass off, and it's kind of like a slap in the face to him saying, "Hey, what's your model? How do I take it, and how do I put it in my vault?" You can try, but it's not gonna work because you need all the aspects and variables that he has and that he's developed and that he is. So my best advice is to figure out what's gonna make you jump higher. Don't copy what somebody else is doing. It never works. Unless you're copying physics, because physics does work. Sorry for the rant. I got like 50 of those emails. It's been driving me nuts. Let's review some videos. Okay, last week I said pole vault PJ, and then I created this thing on TeamHoot.com that if you pay $5, you can jump to the top of the lift and make the page. And I will review your video no matter what if you donate to my Chipotle fund. Well, I got 2 Chipotles this week, so let's review those first. The first one's from Robert. All right, so here's Robert. Nice, dude. I really like it. Let's watch one more. Good, man. So pretty much what I told Robert was I just want him to hit the pole a little harder and lean forward into it. So he's running really fast, but I told him to pretend you have to bust through a door, and the only way you're gonna get the treasure that's on the other side, is to go through it. So right here, he's kind of leaning back, arms a little bent, and then all that speed is kind of getting thrown back, versus if he jumped forward and tried to move the pole forward and through the door, then he would win the treasure. And if you start there, that usually, like I said, fixes the rest of the stuff down the road. So really good jump, man. Thanks for the $5 for Chipotle, and send me some more videos so I can keep helping you out, man. It looks really, really, really good. All right, and the next awesomeness is from Mr. Brown. We're just gonna call you Mr. Brown. So let's watch this fast, and then we'll slow her down. Nice, man. God, you're so fast. Can't even see you. You're like an orange and black blur running down the runway. So I know it sounds like I'm just stealing the last one, but it's kind of the same idea. So right here, we're leaning back at takeoff. We're still leaning back, and then we start throwing. So by doing that, all that speed's getting like thrown backwards instead of getting thrown forward. So try and break that pole, land deep, and we want to get into that hollow position at takeoff, and we want it to be the other way. We want to jump in and get that bend in your thoracic spine, right between your shoulder blades, so you can throw it back. And dude, if you can take that speed and put it into the pole, man, you're gonna jump 5 meters pretty fast. Looks so good, dude. Just little lean, hollow, hit it hard. All right, next one's from Kimberly. God, it's so good. I love that plant so early. That's exactly what I try and get everyone to do. I would crowd your steps in like 3 to 6 inches, so it makes you jump off the takeoff instead of kind of stop and then roll over it, if that makes any sense. So start there, move your step in just a little bit, so you have to speed up those last couple steps. From here, it's just pushing that bottom arm up towards the crossbar early. You do it right here, but if you can do it right away, everything is gonna go up and forward towards that crossbar versus smashing you in the face. And that comes just by you're throwing your knee really hard, but see if you can throw your arms and your knee. You want to come forward like this versus getting sucked under it, if that makes any sense. Oh, it looks sick. You're so fast. All right, next one's from Jacob. Let's check her out. Another speedy. I got speedy guys today. Good. This is kind of cool because it's kind of a combination of all the videos we've seen so far. So arms are getting up pretty early. It can be in front of your head a little bit, but I'm being really picky. And if you just think about jumping off the ground, like a huge jump where you're going to try and clear the pit, it's going to hit that pole just a little bit harder. And then kind of like I said, then throw those arms. So jump and then throw and create all this space with your hands so the pole's moving. The idea is to get the pole moving as fast as you can to the crossbar, and there's a bunch of ways to do it, but by throwing your arms and swinging and jumping and throwing all this stuff into it, it's going to make it a little easier. Everything needs to be going forward. So throw those arms at the crossbar, jump at the crossbar, but in your opposite order. So jump at the crossbar and throw those arms at the crossbar. I'm losing my mind because it's going to look so awesome. I had a picture of what it's going to look like in my head, and I went, ding. All right, last one's from Tommy. He was saying he vaulted in high school and he just missed it so much he came back into the end, which is awesome. I love hearing that. Good, man. So kind of like we were talking about, watch those last few steps. They look really, really long. So there's 2 ways to fix that. Either move your step forward a little bit so you can chop those last few up. I hate saying choppy because it sounds stupid. Or just think of doing your run backwards. Be a little longer at the beginning and then speed up and quicken up at the end. And that'll help you jump off the ground a little bit better. And then just kind of like I was telling everybody else, throw those arms up and forward at the crossbar. Throw everything up and forward. But fixing that run stuff will help all that other stuff be a lot easier. Happy you're back on the pole vault, horse, man. It looks really good. Thanks for everyone sending in those videos. I really appreciate it. If you want me to review a video, send it my way. If you want to make sure I review it and I don't miss you, go to team-hoot.com. There's a link in the description, and it's $5. So all you do is you pay $5. It shoots me an email. I shoot you an email back that says, hey, send me a video and I'll review it. It's that easy. If you want to take a gamble and see if one of yours makes the first 5, next week's keyword is pole vault orange.
The $5 helps me pay for food and helps me be able to keep doing this because I love Chipotle, and Chipotle is like about $5 and I just need more Chipotle!
Last but not least, if you want some TeamHoot stuff, because I'm not doing very good at selling it or making it myself, but Zazzle.com is a really cool way for you guys to do this. You can pick what kind of shirt you want, the style, the color, and I put all the logos up on Zazzle.com. Last week, someone made this badass looking TeamHoot shirt that no one else has because I've never printed on red before. Leave a like, a subscribe if you want to go to my other channel. I do vlog stuff over there. This is 100% pole vault. Check that out too. All of it will be at the end here someplace with little circles. Thanks for watching. Life's meant to be experienced and curiosity will get you there. See you next week or tomorrow if you go to my other channel. Bye.